Hello everybody, Saturday, July 23rd, 2022. And on the tubes today, I am going to just do a quick test of all the zones. I like to do this mid-season, depending on the time and if I actually even remember. You never really know if anything is broken unless it shows it. Now, my sprinkler system goes on odd days because the house number is odd, and it goes on every other day because the climate and where I live kind of warrants that from June, July, and August. A little bit of May and a little bit of September you could cut back on the manual times, but July and August you kind of really want to go every other day. Otherwise, if you don't care, then shut it off. You wasted your money and have your grass turn brown. I wake up in the morning and I go to work and I come home and the grass is kind of dewy depending on how humid it is, and I go about my life. I never would really know if a head is broken or sheared off or just not functioning because I don't really walk around the house every day nor every morning or every odd day to actually determine if there's something wrong. Now, I wake up pretty early and I go to work, and the sprinkler system starts at 2 a.m. and it's set for whatever times 7 zones. So it's minimal an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the run times. So when I wake up and I go outside and I go to my car, I don't really see large puddles, which would indicate that maybe the heads are doing its job. But again, I digress. I'm a homeowner. This is a system that I paid for, or a system you upgraded, or a system that was already in the house. Whatever. You're responsible, theoretically, to seeing if it works. If you just want to set it and forget it, I met that guy, then you can not care, and then you could close it when you close it, and then determine if it's even working. So anyway, quick funny story is when I moved in and finally got this, all the links will be in the description. I didn't know how to run it and just go outside and not bother anybody, because then you got to be like, okay, go to manual 1, go to run, okay, go to off, and go to run. So then now you're just like, So every year I program this. Every year I upload the opening of a sprinkler. A YouTuber, thank you, very graciously says, do this and do that. So supposedly, if you hold this down, you could turn your sprinkler system on right now and it will go through whatever times you have set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zones. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 8 minutes, half hour, and you don't have to manually worry about being home. Let's just say it's really hot, which theoretically you shouldn't water a really hot day because it evaporates. You could hold this down, this arrow, and walk away, and it will cycle through your entire system. Then someone says, hold down the word program, stuff will start flashing and stuff, and then you could fix and set each zone. So we get the book. The book hangs next to, the device, because why would you have it, and I never, this is it. I guess I glanced through it and I never really found something that said, whatever. I don't know. At the time, I guess I'm looking for manual. I'm spitfiring. How do I turn this on without going up and down the stairs? And then you look and you read the word manual run a single station. Well, I know what that means. One touch manual start. Wait, let's go to 22. But then 23 is like program sensor over. No, test program on all stations. Wait, I want to test program on all stations. 23. So I'm like, wait, this is today. I'm not even joking after all these years. So 22 states how to manually run, which is self-explanatory. You go to manual 1, blah, blah, blah. One touch manual, like I said, you hold down the arrow button for 2 seconds and you follow these instructions, and you're like, well, I don't really run it. I'm not the type of guy who runs it It's a waste of water. Like you said, it evaporates. It's very humid. Programmable sensor override. I don't need that. Test programs of all stations. Hello? Wait, I want to do that, and I'm going to do that right now. So it tells you da 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 da. So while the dial's in run, which stays in run all season, press and hold the program button. Okay. The station number will be displayed and the time will be flashing. Now the time flashing, I'll show you. Use the up and down or the plus and minus to set the time from 1 to 15. Well, obviously you are testing it, so we're going to do 1 minute, and then we're going to, run outside with the camera, and that's 7 minutes a zone, times 7 zones. 1 times 7, sorry. And then the run time needs to be entered only once. We'll explain that one. The run time needs to be entered only once, so maybe it only goes... Okay, we'll see if I have to do every station. And then after 2 seconds, the test program will start. Well, hickory dickory dock. Let's try that right now. Now, I'm warning you, because I know some people like sprinklers. I'm going to do this live in a second, but I'm going to run outside. So zone 1 is probably going to be like up and running by the time I do this, which is fine. And 2 through 7, I'll be able to probably look at. So press and hold the program button, and then plus and minus. Up. After 2 seconds, pause. The test program will start. Oh, okay. So basically, don't touch anything when you're done doing this. Okay. It's in the run position. Hold down program. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, okay. So I want to do it for 1. 1. Oh, see? It does all stations by itself. Now, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I don't hear the valve, so let's do this again. Okay. Let's see if the valve turns on. Yes, see, it's blinking. Let's run outside. Okay. It's running. Nice. That looks good, that looks good. You gotta understand, I already spent like 10 seconds trying to get out of here. Okay. This looks good, this looks good. Again, we're testing functionality. We're making sure everything gets wet. We're making sure everything works. We're looking at the angles. Did something move when I was mowing the lawn? Did something move? This, I told you I was going to cap this because I want to make this rocks, but okay. So 1, oh, it doesn't waste any time. 2 pops up right away. Okay, 2 pops up. Clean. Clean. This is going to be quick, because it doesn't look like you have that nice little manual off, and then you get to test it and then tell your buddy, put it on 3. This works. Again, you're checking functionality. You're not checking, this is working, this is turning, these are all turning, because the grass is kind of brown, but I also haven't had this up a lot because it costs money. Try not to get the cars. This is what I replaced off camera 2 years ago because the grass. So now I'm going to walk back over there because 3's on the side of the house, and 1 minute actually goes really fast, as you could tell. This is pissing. Yeah, so what it's doing is it's not even shutting off. It's not even shutting off. It's just like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's turning this on while that's shutting off. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Okay, this is great. I'm going to hit pause. It's hitting the house. I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to run to the back because 1 minute is almost over. Well, it took a minute, but I missed zone 3. This is zone 4. Working. The only reason I kind of wanted to test it because the back is a little brown, but we're in July. Just gonna clean that off. Okay, that's running. This is running. Gotta consciously get rid of this crabgrass. Again, 1 minute is very quick. Sorry if this video is very quick because this is running. I gotta walk back here and pull this stuff. This is not grass. This is rotating. That's rotating. Okay, I'm satisfied. Again, this is the middle of July. Everything's still green. It's not necessarily the perfect. It's not necessarily perfect. Please don't get me wrong. Nothing is. As long as it's green. I have to bump up the times, but I'm happy with the fact that, let me do a widescreen. This is green other than dog pissing and birds and getting wet. Okay. This is kind of funny. I'm going to take a split second real quick. I actually don't need any help going forward. I could set it to like 5 minutes a piece and open it up next year without a friend or a wife on speakerphone, off camera. Okay, turn it on, and then editing or hitting pause and then talking to you. Again, this was a little brown up from the window, so it might not be getting. And also, another contributing factor, which you might or might not know, is the taller the grass, the less the water hits. If you understand that concept, it's like, yeah, if you have a 4-inch grass and you can't mow, well, this has to go over the grass. Okay. Happy with that. So these are popping up pretty good. Again, well, no, I think they're good. They're good. This just looks worse because the grass is, yeah, see? Don't worry about that. That's not a real tattoo. I have a daughter, and she put a fake Rubik's Cube tattoo that you do with water on my foot. Don't want you to think that, oh, twatty. Okay. I'm happy. This is kind of funny. This goes that way and that goes this way. But again, this is where the Buick was. Whoa, I just got wet. Who cares? All right, zone number 7. Everything is 180. Everything is 180, 180, 180, 180. Wow, this is really oh, this is warm. Ooh, that means it's to the surface a little bit. Does that make sense? The closer the pipe to the surface, the warmer it is. Now, again, I'm not going to lie to you. Next season, when I close it, I'm closing it. But when I open it, I don't need help, and I can set these to 3 minutes and make a longer video. This is just letting me know right now, at this time, at this date, in the morning, Saturday, all 7 zones pop up, all 7 zones work. All 7 zones are doing its job as far as how many minutes you have it set, and that's it. So I recommend at some point, if you give a flying anything about your property, is to check it 1 zone or 13. Just check it, because what happens if this was broken and I come out and there's a puddle? You're never gonna know because you don't care. So that's going to wrap up this video. I showed you that after all these years, the programming is just programming it, pressing the button and putting 1 number for the first zone, and then that carries each number for each zone, and you can walk away. Obviously, zone 1, you have to run upstairs and start your video because it already started, but it's up to you. I mean, if you really want to get your time, you could set up another camera and then edit it, blah, 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 blah. So thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hey, check your sprinklers, you know? All right. Take it easy.